parang someone who's used.
It's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It leaves a bad taste in the mouth. Because we try our best to serve the people in this capacity here. At least for the people that I have with me in my team, the undersecretaries and the assistant secretaries, the directors of the Department of Justice, I have a very high regard for them. It's very unfortunate there are people who will stoop so low if ever these things are proven.
Sir, yesterday you mentioned, nung tinanong namin, kung meron pa bang ibang nag-orchestrate ng recantation, si Attorney Danny Beleven.
Isa pa yan. Actually yan, he was the one who said that they were going to file a habeas corpus case against us because of the family of Rivero. But in the end, Rivero signed the habeas corpus petition and not the lawyer. Because the lawyer knew that the family had already signed off from the Witness Protection Program, but still filed that case to waste the time of the court and to waste the time of the DOJ. That's why we are reporting that person to the Integrated Bar of the Philippines for whatever purpose it may serve, so that this pattern of behavior will not be repeated, wasting the time of the prosecutors and the court.
Specifically, Attorney Beleven.
Yes.
About the use, since using RCA is also a lawyer.
Ito specific to the habeas corpus petition. Kasi sila yung nagsasabi publicly na mag-file sila ng habeas corpus petition, but when they filed it, hindi na siya kasama sa pleading. Yung pangalan lang ni Rivero yung nasa pleading, asking us to produce the family. But the family had already signed off from the Witness Protection Program on May 19, but they filed the petition on May 22, knowing fully well that they had been released from the program voluntarily and thanking us for the program, for the help given them. It's a delaying tactic, actually. That's why this has to be subject of a disciplinary proceeding in the future.
Sir, you also mentioned kanina na lawyers yung nag-o-offer nung alleged na bayan dun sa pagre-recant. Ang lawyers lang naman po na may access sa kanila is yung mga lawyers nila.
Yes. Sino pa?
Sir, may plan din po ba tayo dun sa angulong yun?
Well, we will look at every possible misconduct that is being committed here. Because you're frustrating the ends of justice. Hindi na fair yan eh. Di ba? Fair is fair. Laban tayo sa korte. Malinis na laban. Pero kung ganyan na, ibang usapan na yan.
Sir, nakausap namin kanina sa Attorney Beleven, in-explain niya yung situation sa loob ng NBI. Sabi niya, yung safety daw ng usapan.
I don't want to know about him. He's not my concern. I just know what he filed, and I don't care what he says.
Regarding
Oh.
sa pag-recant,
Well, I don't know. You have to tell me. Whatever he wants to say, let him say it to you, but not to me.
Sir, kay Teves po galing yung pera?
What do you think?
maybe we can go to the sa Timor-Leste.
Ah.
Confirm supposedly his application for citizenship. It was,
Asylum, citizenship.
pero why is that to the Supreme? Is that possible?
No, maybe their legal system. He probably got the best lawyers money can buy in Timor-Leste also.
Is it possible for a non-Timorese to do sa Supreme Court? No?
Well, it's kasi ang asylum is a legal recourse for people of different nationalities to seek the protection of other governments.
So, sir, sorry, clarify ko lang. Ang in-apply niya ay asylum pa rin at hindi citizenship.
Alam ko nag-apply rin siya ng citizenship eh. And nag-apply rin siya ng asylum.
Sir, can you tell us yung pag-apply ng citizenship? Ano po, sir, yung
Actually, I don't know the legal process of Eastern Timor, Timor-Leste, but they have a legal system that works. So, it's in the Supreme Court now.
Pero sir, yung information na nakarating po sa inyo, ano po yung basic na ginawa niya? I-re-renounce ba niya yung pagiging...
Hindi ko alam yan. I don't know that.
Sir, may details?
Basta alam ko, asylum ang issue, basically. Citizenship was also on the table, but I know more of the political asylum that they were applying for.
Was he denied?
It was denied initially already. That's why they were able to make what we call a justiciable controversy so that they could file it in court. Diba? It has to be ripe for a justiciable controversy to be able to file it in court.
Can you repeat something about how he hired a private plane and how he...
Yes, from Singapore, they got a private plane. That was the intelligence report given to us, and there were 13 of them in the private plane that they boarded. That's a very expensive proposition. Huh? You're talking about somebody complaining about oppression, but whiling away his money or spending his money in such a manner that will put a lot of people to shame on the way they spend money.
You mentioned something about lifestyle.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
How about you say so?
Private plane, 13 people, not cheap.
Where do you think he got that? How do you think he afforded?
Well, di ba, as I told you, that he's in charge of a illegal gambling empire. We're talking about gambling money here, illegal gambling money.
In the form of what? Online, actual physical,
Isabong.
isa.
Yes, I think that issue has been there the whole time. I think people have taken notice of that already. I cannot surmise. I will not be surprised if it was mentioned later on, but I will not venture into that yet. Okay? No more. Happy weekend.
Wait lang, sir. Baka may sasabihin ka pa. May gusto ko
See you next week. Let's go to work again next week.
About Bantag, sir, you mentioned that he was caught
In
in the
the north, yeah. Yeah.
So parang, is that may possibility of him being arrested?
No, kasi mag-uumpisa na kasi yung trial ng case niya. Magsisimula na yung trial.
Wala na his record.
That's why the urgency for us is there to capture Bantag. And you'll find out next week what other things we may have about Bantag.
Sir, yung sa scam, yung Pogo call center, parang, you mentioned that they're not all victims, there's also...
Yeah, the scammers. Many of them are just scammers. They were operating the computers, which were similarly designed to lure people into love, this love scams.
So, 1,000 rescued, sir.
1,000 computers were found.
Yung mga foreign nationals.
1,000 computers ba?
More than 1:1 per phone.
Oh, basta may mahigit 1,000 computer.
The so-called victims, sir, na foreign nationals, so they will be charged also. As far
No more. They've been repatriated or deported, whichever the case may be.
So, but as far as the DOJ is concerned, sir, they're not victims of this, they're also...
Well, they're not urgently victims of trafficking, if you're gonna ask me. But they have no reason to exist in the country, to stay in our country, if they're just involved in scams. So repatriation was the only measure, the repatriation or deportation was the only measure acceptable to us as government.
Sir, do we know kung bakit 8 na lang yung respondents from earlier 12, 10?
Naging witness yung... Teka.
12 naging dalawa ng witness. Tapos dun sa 10, may dalawa po lang ng evidence or followers.
Sa 10, oo. So, yan. You're hearing it from the head of the IACAT, Undersecretary T, Nikki T.
You were at the Senate hearing, sir, pero there was an option during the hearing na possible liability of bank, or are we looking at that as an option of this investigation?
Ano yan alam mo, when people apply, they apply for the legal thing. And then, remember, everything happened, and then the pandemic struck. So supervision became very, very hard for many of us. Even people going to the office who couldn't even go to the office. There was a minimum of supervision in the country for any industry in particular. Especially that you cannot move around to do what you had to do. So we can make that excusable during the time of the pandemic. But now, we have to make sure that all of these permits given by PAGCOR are being used for the purpose by which they were given.
Is there liability, sir, for them not visiting you?
We will see. If a case is filed, then we will study.
What yung Clark development, sir? Kasi may mga nag-decide na rin sa Clark in the aftermath of that.
It's possible. They cannot be blind to what's happening there.
Any conspirators at forward, it's possible. Accomplices kaya sila.
I cannot classify people yet as to the degree of liability in this matter.
Sir, sorry, balik lang sa basta. If you could put it on soundbite or tape. Ano po yung huling monitoring po natin? Nasaan na po si Banta?
Somewhere in the north, there's a barangay given to me, but it's okay. That's not get there.
So he'll be arrested soon.
Hopefully, we're asking the police and the NBI to prioritize his arrest. And of course, Sulveta.